Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Oh, man. You know what? You have birthdays, you have Christmas, and then you have days like this, where the left says, you know what? Here you go, world. Here's a gem for you. This time, it's one of their poster boys. One of the best looking morons in the world. Justin Trudeau. You fucking idiot. Prime Minister of Canada, eh? Shout out to all the Canadian supporters. I appreciate it. Christian, my man, what's up? Everybody else up there, don't take this personal, but I'm about to get in your boy like a bike with no seat. So this fucking ding-dong has these pictures surfaced. Now, of course, he's in an election cycle, so this wasn't on accident. Somebody was sitting on this. Somebody was waiting to drop this fucking bomb on him. And so what? I'm glad they did. So what this fucking idiot did is these pictures surfaced of him at a party, and the theme was Aladdin. So everybody came dressed as such. So this fool, of course, he comes as Aladdin. But the only problem is Aladdin is not white and Justin Trudeau is what to do. So he said, man, let me go over here and grab some of this fucking face paint and paint my face brown. Makes sense. Aladdin's brown. He's dressed as Aladdin. Let's complete the costume, shall we? So he paints his face brown, what they're calling brown face, because I guess that makes him feel better and sounds better than blackface. But this idiot put some brown makeup on. Not to be outdone, that wasn't the only time. He said before that, in high school, he did the same thing because he was in a talent show and he was performing that song, Deo, by Harry Belafonte. Daylight come and be one, go home. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot fucking bunch. Now, in the world of reality, in the real world, who gives a shit? That doesn't mean he's racist. He was at a party, he was in the costume, or before when he was in the talent show, he was in high school, he was a kid. So what? I wouldn't even call that a mistake. Just something he did. So fucking what? But if we're going to operate under the rules that you and your ilk have set forth, you're an evil, racist monster, and your life must be destroyed. Right? We're just going by your rules. This is how you want things done. So what are you going to do, Justin? You going to resign? I mean, because that's what you would expect some evil right-winger to do if these same pictures surfaced about him. Remember, what was that guy's name? Northam or whatever? Some American politician, same thing. They wanted to ruin his life over something he did on Halloween. Every kid does that. You know how many times I saw my girl cousins putting on a wig or something so they had long flowing blonde hair that they weren't born with? Was that cultural appropriation? Or was that kids being fucking kids? I mentioned this before in a video. I remember it was in 90 or 91. There was these really bad fires in the hills of Oakland. A lot of people died. A lot of people lost their houses. There was a kid that came to school that year for Halloween dressed up like a burnt victim. Holy shit. That shit was crazy. But he was 12 years old. He didn't know any better. Now, if that guy were to run for office now, he'd be fucked. Because they bring up a picture of that. And actually, they made him take that makeup off at school. But that shit was fucking funny. But anyway, so yeah, Justin, if we're going by your rules that you set forth, because you've talked about how much of a racist our president is and how racism is so terrible, and then we find out you did this, how do you think it makes the poor colored Canadians feel? some little black Canadian kid is going to see that picture and a single tear is going to come out of his eye, like that Indian in the commercial where people were throwing trash on the ground. So that poor little black Canadian kid is going to see that, and his whole world is going to be crushed because you, the evil, racist, second coming of Hitler, dared to be in an authentic costume. Man, when I saw that shit, I was like, no way. I was like, what? So he's on some airplane, and I don't know why he was standing on a commercial airplane by himself. Is that like the Canadian version of Air Force One? I don't know. But he's standing in the middle row of this airplane, and there's, obviously tons of reporters. And he says, it's something I did. I should have known it was wrong, and I did it, and I'm very sorry. I'll give him that. It was a good apology, because I fucking hate when people apologize and go, if I could take it back, I would. Like, no shit. But it was a good apology. He said, hey, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done it. I was wrong. Okay, fine. And in a sane world, that would be enough. People would be like, hey, he's sorry. He admitted he was wrong. Let's move on. But we can't do that because you created this fucked up climate we're in, this ultra PC. You can't hurt anybody's feelings. And if you did anything questionable 30 years in the past, we gotta fuck your life up for it. You made this. You created this. You made this bed. It's time to lay the fuck down. So you need to resign, Justin. This needs to be your last day as the PM of Canada, eh? Sorry, I just like saying that shit. You need to resign. You need to be shamed. Everything you've built in your life needs to be destroyed and brought down because of something you did that wasn't even mean or mean-spirited or malicious. It was a costume. You were in a talent show. The guy's song you're singing is a black guy. If you're singing it, you gotta look like the black guy, right? And since there's no reverse Michael Jackson fucking skin disease, the only thing you were left to do was get some brown shoe polish or whatever the fuck you use. God, man, don't you have a team? Every politician from now on, you need to have a yearbook team. And their only job is to comb through every yearbook you've ever been a part of and make sure there's no fucking pictures like this. Because it can and will come back to bite you in your fucking anus. Isn't it so funny when they get tripped up and get caught up in their own fucking confusion? And all these weird social traps they've set. Isn't it funny to see them get snared in one? I'm telling you, man, if you guys would have left shit alone and just left us in our normal world, no one would even care. No one would give half a shit, Justin Trudeau, that you were in brown face. Is that even a thing? I never heard of fucking brown face. It's either blackface or it's not. So this fucking descendant of Al Jolson is now in hot water. Now, I'm interested to see how much coverage this is going to get, because you know damn good and fucking well, if it was anybody with an R next to their name or anybody without a D next to their name, their career and livelihood would be over. Any sponsors they had, gone. Any endorsements, gone. Any professional relationships, gone. All because of some innocent thing you did 20 plus years ago when you were a kid. How fucked up is that? I'll tell you what, I don't care how fucked up it is. Now you're in it. Now you need to suffer under the rules that you made. This society you put us in, that fucked up PC world you put Canada in, now you get to be the victim of it. Now you get to see what it feels like. Because really, like I said, by your rules, you should resign. All these other Canadian politicians should be saying how reprehensible this is and how you should step down because this does not represent Canada in any way, blah, blah, fucking blah. So I can't wait for that resignation video you put out, Justin. You fucking soft-handed bitch. You talk about Ken doll? You talk about a Ken doll crotch? This sad-eyed fucking pussy. Oh my God. If you could turn a pussy into a person, it would be Justin Trudeau. And it's so weird. Being an American, it's unusual to see a politician speak in English and then have to turn around and say it in French. That shit's just weird. We don't, that's not something we see all the time. But yeah, he gave his apology or talked about, I'm sorry and I shouldn't have done it. I should have known better. And then he said it in French. How do you say I'm fucked in French? Oh my God. The poster boy for PC culture was in blackface. Can anybody write this shit? Holy fuck. I can't wait to see what Trump says about this. Justin Trudeau, you fucking dummy. And if you have a yearbook squad that is supposed to do this, they need to be fired because they have failed you. Now let me wrap up my state-mandated meal period. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.